Mercury in Cancer. Now, Mercury is the way we think, the way we analyze, and of course, the way we communicate. See, Mercury is a fast-moving planet. It loves to be very curious. It loves to basically look at details, and of course, it loves to look at things in a logical perspective. Now, when you got Mercury making its way into the other side of seeing Cancer, this is more of a, you're going to be feeling, communicating, feeling our ways of thinking and interacting with people. Feel me? It's not going to be more of looking at reality or looking at logical perspectives. Now, this is a point where you're going to be basically filling out somebody's interactions or filling the way they communicate or come in contact with you. For me, like the perspectives of the logic, analyzations, and the analogies is going to slow down in this perspective because Mercury just left Gemini and is more into Cancer. So marriage is going to be taken into hands when it comes to dealing with family. Of course, when you're dealing with family, this is basically Cancer perspectives. They love to basically care for family. They love to care for people that they're closely connected with and have a privacy and private emotional connection with. So everybody's going to be predicated towards family matters during this time. This can be good, this can be bad. But of course, if you act down these energies and know how to harness these energies, you'll be playing in the frequencies and vibrations of the energies of the skies, the elements, the planets, the transits. And of course, if you're acting in the energies, you're going to reciprocate the benefits. If you're acting against the energies, then of course, you're going to get met with resistance. You got to follow the stars. The stars are going to tell you how things should be played, how you should basically take things into your own hand. So when we got Mercury in Cancer, this is going to be more predicated towards how we love and nurture and care for our close ones, and how we basically have a connection and a deeper basis with these matters. People, places, and things are going to be more closed to outside, outgoing and perspectives. People are going to be more in tune to like family connections or family interactions or baby showers or barbecues or things of that matter. It's going to be more predicated towards these endeavors because we're in those kind of times. Summertime is where things get heated up. And of course, we get more connected with family reunions and things of that matter. So when we got Mercury in Cancer, the way we think and analyze about circumstances and situations is going to be predicated towards how we can care for the other or be there for the other. See, Mercury in Cancer people, they're very powerful when it comes to basically interacting with people or dealing with the public or dealing with people outside of themselves in general. See, on a day-to-day basis, they're already dealing with the perspectives of dealing with cardinal water, coming up with new ways on how to deal with their feelings and emotions. And of course, you're going to have Pisces here, which is the exaltation in Cancer. So that's going to be predicated towards more of the Jupiter side also, when you have the fiery natures here. So they're going to have fire and water on their side. And of course, they're the strongest zodiac signs in the game. So dealing with the feelings and emotions, you already know that's who you personally are intuitively. So of course, these people are very deep. These people think about the past a lot. Everybody's going to be thinking about the past, especially them childhood memories that you had when you was a kid. This is like what you did previously. These memories or these dreams may actually pop up into these perspectives. And of course, you're going to be like, wait, why am I thinking about this? Why am I feeling about this? This is the time where you're going to be feeling deeply about the things that you was truly invested in or basically truly connected with from your past experiences or what you was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. This is a circumstance situation where you need to take time to like dive into these energies, dive into these natures, because this is a good time to basically reflect on those childhood memories that you had when you was a kid, when things was pretty much looking good. Also, with Mercury in Cancer being here, this is going to help you clear out the fog, because the Mercury retrograde is kind of like crazy. It had people going buck wild. And also, with Mercury in Cancer being here, you're going to be able to fill out more situations and more interactions on how you go on a day-to-day basis. It's going to be here from July 11th, which is today, all the way to July 27th, which is a couple weeks from now. So you're going to have some time to basically dive into these waters, dive into these energies, and pretty much play out these perspectives, play out these criterias. So this is a good time for individuals to basically take heed to these vibrational currents, and of course, take matters in your own hands on how you can basically love and nurture and care for people. See, this is a circumstance situation where you gotta it's gonna be very hard for people. I think logically, because you're not gonna really know how to feel about a circumstance situation. But of course, you're gonna basically cope with these energies on how you can basically get from point A to point B. See, a Mercury in Cancer people, don't get it twisted. They can make reactions and responses very quickly. The only thing is they need to take time to basically put two and two together, which means they're dealing with their feelings and emotions. They already heard it from a logical perspective, but they're gonna get more into the intuitively side. Of course, these people pretty much take their time on how they basically develop sending you a message. These people got very powerful imaginations. Like they can be, you could be 20 years old, they could probably be 10 or 9 years old, and of course they can remember a whole entire conversation that they had with you previously till now. So these people, they think very deeply. Also, you're gonna be thinking deeply about things, and of course thinking too much about the past can pretty much tie your brain into a philosophical field. It can pretty much wrap you up into circumstances and situations where you don't want to think deeply about what you did previously or what happened to the past, because this can be a turmoil. This is where Cancer goes into the fall of the Scorpio perspective, because of course Scorpio is fixed water, so of course they fixated in their own ways of feeling about things and being passionate about things. Of course, certain feelings that you're fixated in tie you away, because also Jupiter is exalted here, so Jupiter is going to want to basically be expanded when it comes to experiences, broad philosophical points of views, and of course meanings and reasoning. So that's the Cancer putting the meanings and the reasonings of what's going on. Of course, that's immutable Pisces that's exalted here. They're going to try to put two and two together, and of course Cardinal is the water, which is creating the space and the vortexes on how these things are swimming. They're trying to basically figure out where they can try to catch that fish and catch that fire and basically put the barrels together, because of course they're dealing with a whole lot of heavy currents. Of course, these idealisms and these perspectives that they're basically receiving is from higher realms, different realms and different perspectives. And of course, logic and sensitivity is two perspectives, because you got Jupiter, which is basically the masculine, you got Pisces, which is also the sensitive feminist, and of course you're going to have Cancer, which is also the highly sensitive perspective, because of course you got the Cardinal, where the Cardinal is also the self-developers, self-starting. Of course, also with the Mercury and Cancer people, business things, they don't like to basically have people that's being very curious about their perspectives, or being curious or trying to figure out how they feel about circumstance situations. Also, they can put up a guard and put up a crab. Also, try not to put yourself in a position of taking advantage of these people, because they're very big-hearted when it comes to love, nurturing, and caring, and of course being very kind and generous. So if you try to basically use them as a crutch, take their kindness for weakness, this can pretty much fold you and put you in perspectives of them separating from you for good, because you don't want to pretty much jeopardize the relationship that you have with these people. For me, they're very big-hearted, very careful, very caring, and of course they can be very out there, even though they're dealing with their feelings and emotions on a day-to-day basis. They love to have a perspective where they can help somebody, care for somebody, and of course, this is what makes them feel good. This is what gives them that courage to basically keep doing what they do on a day-to-day basis, because you're not gonna really have too much of a Mercury and Cancer perspective. So if you actually get this person into your life, take heed to these, and of course appreciate what you have in front of you, because of course it could be gone tomorrow. So these Mercury and Cancer people are very strong. They can see right through you. They can feel right through you, and of course you can't really lie or have anything that's hidden. They're gonna basically read it right off of you. Feel me? And of course, it's not gonna be very hard to do this, because of course it's a circumstance situation where they can pretty much be right here in front of you, talking to you and interacting with you, and of course they can just basically jump a light body inside of you and basically read you and read your currents, read your undercurrents or your higher currents. And of course, water is forever current. So this is a circumstance situation where they can go back from past, previous, and current. And of course, they can do both. Because remember, Jupiter is here, which is the fire. Always want to expand and go above the horizon and not think about the past. You got Pisces here, which is mutable, but also switching it up and also trying to figure out where this energy, where this vibration is coming from. And you're going to have the space to create more magnitudes to do this. So of course, you're dealing with too much mutable. You're dealing with also the other side of Saturn. So of course, it's going to be very hard. Feel me? Feelings, emotions, very hard. It hits real hard. And of course, these people are very emotional and very sensitive to things too. It can be moody at times. feelings and emotions all going on in current upheaval. So yeah, gotta be aware of these things. But of course, we're gonna do a tarot reading on this, and this is Mercury in Cancer, how it's gonna play out into your life on a day-to-day basis.